What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. This is episode number 2 of rebuilding this wreck Toyota Tacoma off auction. If you have not seen episode 1, I encourage you to go and do that right now. In that episode, we were taking this truck apart, figuring out what's wrong with it, seeing what parts we need to order, see what's actually damaged, and moved on from there. This is a 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road, and the goal of this truck is to get it back to OEM spec as much as possible first, and then build our way up from there. I will have a full price breakdown of how much this actually cost me. I am trying to be price efficient on this truck and also spending the money where it needs to be spent. We were able to locate a bumper today off a dismantler, so a used front bumper but same color. Trying to avoid painting this truck because there's nothing really that needs to get painted. Everything's replaceable, and that's going to be the best bang for my buck and also the best color match in my opinion. For today's episode, we got a bunch of airbags in. We're going to take out the current airbags, replace those, and also take off some components off the old front bumper to the new front bumper that we got, and possibly also pull the radiator. So you guys don't want to miss this build. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to post a video every week to keep you updated on this build and trying to get this truck on the road, hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks. But enough of me talking. Let's get started on the bumper. Okay, I was really hoping it's not going to rain today, but it's dumping rain here. So the next thing we're going to do is try to remove the radiator and drain the coolant, so we could possibly try to pull that frame a little bit more so that when the new radiator gets here, put that in and then possibly be able to drive the truck to frame. So let's get started on that. So we pulled out the radiator and the condenser. I was hoping at least one of them would not be damaged, but it looks like they are both damaged. Both are bent in from the hit. So we got to get both of those and then continue putting this car back together in the front. I was also able to kind of pull out some of the frame here, some of the radiator support. I did as much as I could before taking it to actual frame to get it all repaired and nice, just so I'm able to drive it, because I really don't want to tow this truck to frame and save the money on that. I'd rather drive it there. I don't see why not. It starts, it runs. I'll just put everything back together and take it to frame. But we do need to go get a radiator and condenser. So in the meantime, we're pretty much done with the front for today. We're going to move on to the interior and see how much of the airbags I could do. We'll see what we could do here. I think I will definitely replace the steering wheel and then try to do these roof airbags, these curtain airbags, because that's going to be a little bit of a hassle. I don't want to pull the headliner. I'm going to try my hardest not to do that. At the same time, not to damage the headliner. I might just try to drop it and go from there. And yeah, so let's get started on the interior. This has been the weather here literally all week. Never rains here, and literally dumping. That part looks good though. Alright, so we got all the airbags here besides the seat airbags. Those I ordered separate, but I got a really good deal on all these. We got the curtain airbags, the steering, and the driver knee airbag. I got a really good deal. And then we also got these wires for the steering wheel airbag, because whenever airbags explode on the steering wheel, they kind of like fry themselves to these ports right here, and it's either you replace the whole clock spring, or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the wires and I'm gonna either solder them or just honestly try to connect them as best as I can when I make sure they're not gonna come out. Make it nice and safe and tight in there, and then attach the steering wheel airbag. But for now, I'm gonna start with the driver's side knee airbag. I was waiting for them to come in before I start taking it apart, so I see where all the tabs are and to see where all the bolts are, so it'll be easier for me to take off the other one. So let's start with that. Also, a quick side note, shout out to my dad. I really wanted him to come by and spend a little time with me and help me out. He loves doing things like this, so I thought I'll give him a little bit of a project, and he went ahead and fixed the tabs to his best ability. And right now they look all janky, like they've been glued on, but once this dries up, I'm gonna actually sand it down and paint it, and these tabs are gonna be holding on really well. It's saving me $1,000 for getting new headlights, so I'm really thankful for my dad to do that. And just the fact that he has time to do a project like that for me is awesome, and it saves me time on doing it myself, and that way I could focus on other things. So shout out to my dad. So one thing that sucks is I thought I'm not gonna need to replace this bottom part. Looks like it did break during the airbag explosion. So now I have to buy this most likely from the dealer. Just like another 130 bucks. It kind of sucks, but I don't want this to be dangling around here. I think my dog Buster here approves of the new build. You like the truck, Bus? You ready for some off-roading? Ready for some camping? Yeah. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? All right, so break anything here. This is what I mean by when the steering wheel airbag pops. This gets fried right here, so it gets attached right to the airbag. Then you can't really take that out or replace it. You have to either cut it off or replace the whole clock spring. On my last Tacoma, replaced the whole clock spring, but this time around I thought I'll just make my life a little bit easier and cut these wires and just replace these sensors that clip onto the airbag. So right now I'm just gonna cut it off. I'm going to attach these together. I'm just gonna strip them a little bit more. I'm gonna connect them together, probably cut a little bit more of this. And I'm really just going to use some heat shrink and with a heat gun and put it together. I don't have an issue with that. I've done this with so many wires and I've never had any disconnection issues. I just make sure it's on there very, very tight before I heat shrink it. I know it'll be fine. I mean, I've done plenty of wires like this. I know a lot of you will disagree how I'm going to do this, but it works for me. I don't have any issue. I feel very comfortable doing that. So let's get started. All right, so we're done for today. We got that steering wheel airbag in, we got the knee airbag in. I was hoping to drop the headliner today and take care of these, but I didn't get a chance to do that. It's gonna happen in the next video. So we have a couple more parts that we need to order that unfortunately I didn't expect were going to be broken. So in the next video, I'm hoping to actually put the truck a little bit more together. I still need a condenser, I still need a radiator. Those are the two more important things that I need right now to get this truck running so I could take it to frame. And then my local Toyota dealer is taking their sweet time and getting me basic front end parts. I need to make sure I get those as soon as possible so I could put this truck together. Still waiting on the airbags for the seats, waiting on the covers for the seats. I'm also waiting on the grill surround, and I still need to order a TRD Pro grill to put the whole front end together. So the next episode most likely will be replacing these airbags, dropping the headliner, possibly doing a little bit of the front end. I'm hoping to have the condenser and radiator ready to go. But that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the feedback on episode number 1. I did not think it was going to get that much feedback. It seems like you guys loved it, and I'm hoping to continue to do this. And then I will give a full price breakdown. I did see a lot of comments asking how much I got this for, how much it's going to cost me, and I will have a full price breakdown once I'm fully done with this truck. I'll be fully transparent and honest on how much I paid for it, how much it cost me, and is it worth it to do. So stay tuned, look out for that. Episode 3 will be coming out sometime next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.